Hey everybody, we're out here. We're waiting for some more takes. We've had a couple. I think Teddy's was probably a bass or a trout. When I picked it up for him, it didn't have too much weight on the line. But I'm just going to talk about the rods I use, what I kind of what I like, what my preference is. So it's going to depend a lot on the kind of fishing you do and where you're fishing. I know Luke Nichols over at Catfish and Carp. He actually has a 7-foot cats and carp whisker chaser, specifically because he's in the where he's fishing in a lot of his videos. He's where there's a lot of trees, a lot of overhanging vegetation. Out here in the shrub steppe, we don't really have that problem. It's pretty open. And for me, even if I do actually go somewhere where there's a lot of trees kind of overhanging, I can generally figure it out. There's usually a spot that's not totally choked with trees. I'm not so much concerned about my standard setup as I am about my fly fishing setup, just because of the way fly fishing works. But so I usually like to go with a 10-foot rod. We're not usually casting out that far. A lot of the ponds by where I live, if I was using a 12-foot rod and casting as far as I could get, I'd be in the middle of the lake, and it would be, or the middle of the pond, and it would be halfway across the pond. I don't need that kind of distance. Most of the carp are cruising the shallows in the summer. So I find that a 10-foot rod is easy. It's small, it's short enough that it's easy to kind of get close to shore, to fish from a dock. It's easy to kind of maneuver among trees and brush if I know what I'm doing and I'm paying attention. But also if I'm fishing in winter and I actually need to get kind of across the lake, because that's where all the carp go, where it's about 25 to 30 feet in the winter, then if I have a 10-foot rod, I can actually get some distance if I have, the right bait, the right technique, and I'm not, just doing it haphazardly. I can get that distance when I need to. So that's my setups. Right now I've got a Nash Dwarf 10-foot, and then I have coming in this week a Witchwood Extricator, I believe it is, MLT 10-foot. So let me know in the comments, when you go carp fishing, what kind of rod do you use? What's the brand? What's the length? What do you use different rods for different scenarios? So you can just have kind of one multi-purpose use rod. I am thinking about getting possibly maybe one of those catfish and carp rods. If you've ever used one of those, let me know what you think. I'm thinking maybe using that for a stocking rod, or if I'm just going to like scout something out and don't want to carry a bunch of gear. Anyway, let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what you're thinking in terms of your rod setup, rod length you like, and I will catch you guys later. Tight lines.